Yo, yo, yo. What is happening, guys? Oh, happy well, today is supposed to be Wednesday, so happy Wednesday. We got a huge slate today, so just going to briefly recap yesterday. There was only one official yesterday. We had Brooklyn at, I think it was minus 9.5, cashed that pretty easily. Nice blowout for we got the 1.5 units in the bag. So now on to today, guys. We got a huge slate. We are live on YouTube, so if you guys have any questions or any thoughts on any of the games, just drop them in the chat. Okay. So first up, we got Philadelphia going into Cleveland. I don't have a look in this game, but I'll let you guys know my thoughts. Let's see. I believe Cleveland is coming off a pretty pretty devastating loss against, or I'm sorry, Philly just came off a loss against Denver. They had that game all the way and they let them come back. Can't believe it. I had no money in that game, but I did take Denver second half. I figured, man, there's something's off with the Sixers, man. With Harden in there, it doesn't. I don't know. I had a buy sign on Philly, but now I'm kind of second guessing myself. My initial thought was to take Cleveland here. They're 38 and 27 ATS for the season. They're 3-2 last five ATS, 4-6 last 10. Philly comes into this game 33 and 34 ATS, 1-4 last five, 5-5 last 10. I can only look Cleveland here on their second game at home, although they don't have Jarrett Allen. So Embiid, as always, should get what he wants, but I don't know. I think in this spot, Cleveland as a home dog is the only way I could look, but ultimately, I'm going to pass on this game. All right, let's see what's next. Okay, we got the Denver Nuggets going into Washington. This game just really just ugly. I really don't want any part of this game. Surprisingly, I lean the Wizards here. First game home following a losing road trip is usually a back spot for me. Nuggets surprisingly have a losing ATS record on the road as a favorite. They're 7-8. Overall, they come into the season. They come into this game 32 and 37 ATS. 1-4 last five, 4-6 last 10. The Wizards 26 and 39. I think they have one of the worst ATS records right now, with 1-4 in their last five, 4-5 their last 4-5-1 last 10. As you can see here, man, Wizards is just not a team you want to put your money on. I learned that the hard way last time I backed them against the Warriors. So I could only lean the Wizards here because I just don't really trust Denver as a road favorite. But the -6 seems like a pretty good price for them to take. So if you guys like Denver, I'm not mad at that. For me, it's a stay away. All right, so moving on. I totally forgot we actually missed the game here. Actually, no, it's coming up. We got Atlanta Hawks going into Charlotte. And I do have an official on this one. I have the Hornets -2 for 1.5 units. Charlotte comes into this game 37 and 30 ATS. 3-2 their last five, 5-4-1 their last 10. The Hawks coming in 28 and 40 ATS, pretty bad record. 0-5 the last five, 2-8 the last 10. Man, Atlanta is just not a team you really want to back. And I've always thought they were a bit overpriced for this whole season, coming off a deep playoff run. So I think, the record shows that, their price is off. You've been paying a premium trying to back Atlanta. They just don't really cover as favorites. A couple stats here. The Hawks are 0-5 ATS the last five games as a road underdog. So not only their last five games they're 0-5 ATS, but the last five games as a road underdog they're 0-5. They are also 10 and 23 ATS as an away team overall. So if they're on the road, it's usually really good spot to fade them. Hornets are 5-1 ATS as a small home favorite. That's from -1 to -4. And it's also a revenge game for the Hornets, as the Hawks lead the season series 2-1. So I could see the Hornets coming out here trying to play hard and win this game to even up the series. So I like this pick. I think they turned it around. I like the Hornets -2. And they're a streaky team. So, I was trying to find a way to buy these guys as soon as they turned the corner. They just picked up 2 wins against New Orleans and Oklahoma City. That's not saying much, but their last 4 losses were against Boston, Brooklyn, Milwaukee, and Detroit. And Detroit's been playing a little bit better. So, yeah, I like this spot for the Hornets. I'm just gonna fade. I think I'm gonna find ways to fade Atlanta the rest of the season. So, official play Hornets -2. All right, up next we got Dallas Mavericks going into Brooklyn, and I'm high on both these teams right now. I got a buy sign on both of them, so ultimately this is just a pass for me. Typically, I like to fade teams off a blowout win. Brooklyn, as you guys know, last night we picked them to beat Orlando. We predicted a blowout, and that's what we got. They won by 42. So we usually don't like backing teams right after a blowout win, but I'm not gonna fade the Nets at any point because they need wins, and KD at home as an underdog, I feel like it's kind of disrespectful, and I think he's gonna come out extra hard tomorrow, especially with Kyrie out. So if you want anything in this game, I think the best look is to take me KD over points. I know he hasn't cashed the last couple of times, but I think tomorrow I could see him getting over that with Kyrie out. And Dallas, they're just been killing it ATS. You really don't want to fade a team who's like, let's see, 8-2 the last 10, 3-2 last 5, 39-28 ATS overall. Brooklyn's 27-40. But with really bad ATS records, these teams find a way to kind of pick, cluster some ATS wins towards the last half of the season. So only look to buy Brooklyn, and definitely not fading the Mavs. It's going to be a pass for me. All right, moving on to the next game. I do have a play on this next one, making it our second official play. I got New York -10.5. And explain my reasoning in just a moment. We got Portland coming into this game 27-39 ATS. They are 2-2-1 their last 5, 4-5-1 their last 10. Believe it or not, they covered the last 2, so I could only look to fade them here, guys. I think the Knicks are been playing a lot better. Still, a lot of people don't believe these guys, so I think we still get a pretty good price on them. Although you think minus a double-digit favorite for the Knicks is a good price, but against this Portland team who's decimated, I would take probably any number here. Like I said, New York has been playing well. This would be their first game home after a long road trip, but do keep in mind they did play at Brooklyn. So they've been, I want to say, home for the last 2 or 3 days at least. So coming home, first game of a long road trip is usually a fade spot for me, but in this case, I'm buying the Knicks and I'm selling the Blazers. I got 1.5 units, or wait. Yeah, I got 1.5 units on this game. Not many trends I want to point out here, but one critical trend is the Knicks have won by a margin of 16 or more in four of their last 5 games, and all those wins were against Western Conference opponents. Their only loss in that game, in that 5-game span, was against Cleveland. So these guys take care of Western Conference teams, and again, these were all away games. So I expect the Knicks to handle business here against the struggling Blazers team. Give me the Knicks official -10.5. Let's see what's going on with chat. Any bets for tonight? What's up, V-Bets? I'm tailing. Yeah, so far through the breakdown, we have the Hornets at -2 as an official play at 1.5 units, and we have the Knicks at -10.5 for 1.5 units. So we got 2 so far. And moving on, we got the Suns, Phoenix coming into Houston, and sure. This is a pass, guys. I want no business playing any Houston games really going forward. And the Suns, I don't like backing them off a double-digit victory. Um, they did cover today, but I like to point out a stat for Phoenix. I believe they're 2-8 ATS follow in their last 10 games following a double-digit victory. So that's not something I want to back. And just Houston is just a very volatile team, and just like the Pacers, just want to stay away from those kind of teams. So this is a pretty easy pass for me. What's your unit, Jay? My unit, usually don't want to ask because for units, everyone defines their unit size their own way. My unit size right now is $100. So your unit could be 20, someone's unit could be 1,000. It's just all relative, right? If you're betting like 5 units a play, then you should probably up your unit size, right? Because right now my max bets are only 2 units, so $200 is what I'm willing to risk for one game. So moving on, guys, we're gonna skip. This is an easy pass for me, so let's skip this. We got Lakers going into Minnesota, and I don't really have much on this game either, guys. I don't want to spend too much time on it just because we got a ton of games. I could only lean the Wolves here. There's no way I would ever bet the Lakers for the rest of the season, man. This is no way. So let's move on. I missed the game too. I missed the graphic for I think OKC and San Antonio, but I have no looks on that game either. That's a pass. There are 2 teams I'm looking to fade. But if gun in my head, I'd probably take the Thunder with the points. All right, we go up to Chicago Bulls going into Utah at elevation. I got no look on this game either, guys, but I think I was actually really close to making Utah -5.5 in official play. But Utah is just, they're not great. They're not good. They're 28 and 38 ATS coming into this game. 1-3 and won their last 5. 2-7 and won their last 10. Chicago 37 and 30 ATS. 1-4 last 5. 3-7 last 10. Couple stats. The Bulls are 0-5 ATS last 5 games as a road dog. 5-11 ATS for the season. Chicago is usually just a fade for me on the road, but I just can't. I'm just not confident to put any money on Utah. I watched a lot of their games, and in the fourth quarter, man, they just let go. Donovan Mitchell's missing free throws. I swear he point shaves. You got to prove me wrong. This guy's not point shaving at the end of the games. He's just missing multiple free throws, and then turns the ball over. Like there's crazy swings watching a Utah game if you got money on them. So this is a pass for me. Okay, we got 2 officials so far. This would be my third one. I got the Celtics +3.5. And I almost didn't bet this game because the Warriors have been on a pretty hot streak, but I think there's value with the Celtics coming off a loss, getting points on the road. And the Warriors, hey, they've covered, their last 5. They're 5-0 ATS. They're 35 and 30 coming into this game. ATS 6-4 their last 10 ATS. Boston's coming in 33 and 33 ATS. 2-2 2-1 their last 5. 4-5-1 their last 10. I like Boston here with the points. They're 6-4 ATS last 10 on the road, and 16 and 11 ATS off a loss. So off a loss, I'm buying Boston, especially with points. So I have him here for a 1-unit play. All right, let's move on. We actually got one more game, guys, and this is my last official play. I got the Raptors -2, and it is a max play, guys. This is my max play, which is 2 units, and quickly break this one down. So we got Toronto coming into this game, 38 and 29 ATS. They've been on a roll. They are 4-1 their last 5, 5-5 last 10. Clippers 35 and 35. 2-2-1 their last 5, 5-4-1 their last 10. Toronto's, man, they're on this 6-game road trip, winning and covering their last 5, losing the first game on the road to Cleveland. And notable victories are against Denver Nuggets, Phoenix Suns, and the other two not so much, Spurs and Lakers. But beating Denver and Phoenix at home, that's pretty good. And then we got the Clippers coming off a 3-game road trip, losing against Cleveland. They were in that game actually the whole, pretty much wire to wire until the end. It went to OT, and then Cleveland just took care of business there. We did cash that as a max. That was a sweaty one. And before then, they beat Detroit but did not cover. They lost to Atlanta and covered, and they beat Washington. So not many notable victories here. The 2 wins are against Detroit and Washington. Other than that, their wins prior to those 2 were the Lakers, Houston, twice. They beat both those teams. So there's not many notable wins against the Clippers. And I've been pretty much finding ways to try to fade this team. I'm selling the Clippers rest of the season until at least we get PG back or Kawhi. And as for Toronto, I got a buy sign on them. I think they're rolling here. This would be their last game of a road trip, and typically I would fade teams on the last game, because usually the last game they just want to get home, and there's maybe not as much motivation there. But I think these guys are on a roll, man, and we're getting -2 against Clippers. I think this could be a trap. Who knows? But man, I could not resist on this price. One thing about the Raptors, a couple key points here that support the max play is the Raps are 22 and 13 ATS on the road. They are 8 and 3 ATS as a road favorite. They are 4 and 1 straight up and ATS on this road trip, as I mentioned earlier. But one interesting thing is all 4 of those wins were against Western Conference teams. The only loss was to Cleveland. So guess who they're playing? A Western Conference team. So they beat Lakers, Denver, Phoenix, Spurs. I would be shocked if they couldn't handle the Clippers here. So I got the Raptors official -2. That's the max play there, 2 units. And that's it, guys. Just a quick overview on my official plays. We have the Hornets. We got the Hornets -2 for 1.5 units. We have the Knicks -10.5. That's also for 1.5 units. We got the Celtics +3.5 for 1 unit. And then we got the Raptors -2 for 2 units, guys. So those are my official plays. We've been on the roll, guys. We've been on the roll. So if you're tailing, good luck. Again, if you guys have any questions, drop it in the comments. Essence says I expect Fred to sit out. That does hurt, but I think the Raptors could still take care of business if Van Fleet's sitting out. I'm still confident. Maybe it is baked into this line, because I would expect this line to be at like -4, -5. But if Fred Van Fleet is out, this -2 actually does make sense. But I still think the value is with the Raptors. And I know a couple of the guys in chat before asked, what am I using to look at all these ATS trends? I'm on teamrankings.com, so you can find that at teamrankings.com if you guys want to do your own research. Otherwise, guys, good luck. Again, you guys are the first one to hear my official plays, so if you guys are enjoying the picks, they're all free. Just hit the like, subscribe to my YouTube, and then I will be posting the officials on Twitter and on Reddit. Everything's tracked on Reddit. We're up I want to say 60 units for the season, and since December 19th, we're up like 80 units, guys. And and 2 units is my max plate, so we slowly got up there. So good luck, guys. Appreciate that. Again, I will be back on tomorrow night to review the next slate. And I know I tried to get on here an hour before, but I didn't realize, man, there were so many games tonight. So I got on pretty late. So I'm going to try to be better on getting on a schedule. So expect me to go live tomorrow around the same time. Try to maybe actually a little earlier. So I'll catch you guys then. And yeah, guys, if you guys enjoy this format, you know, me capping the games the night before, then yeah, just hit that like. The reason why I don't do it the same day is because I work a full-time job and I have a baby, so it's tough, and I try to respond to as many people as I can. So I think making these videos are probably the best way to do it. So again, guys, peace out.